Chair Chan, Chair Feeney, members of the committee, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Timothy Johnson with the Entertainment Software Association. ESA is the trade association representing companies that publish computer and video games for an assortment of consumer devices, including video game consoles. The three major console manufacturers, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, are members of ESA. It is important to note at the onset that the three major video game console makers are committed to providing consumers with repairs that are quick, reliable, and safe. They offer a variety of options if a console needs to be repaired. Indeed, they all offer repair services beyond the warranty period to ensure that their consoles remain in good working order because their respective platform's success depends on providing a reliable, versatile, and engaging platform on which to play video games and to enjoy the digital content. We believe that a right to repair mandate would cause severe harm to the video game industry because of the risk it would pose to game publishers that rely upon the secure media environment of the game console to safeguard their works against sophisticated content theft, also known as piracy. To help prevent piracy, video game software and hardware have security features built into them known as technological protection measures, TPMs. Digital locks also, to prevent the play of unauthorized video game content. Briefly, the video game console's firmware runs a verification check on the video game to confirm that it is a legitimate copy. If it is, the console will play the game. If not, the console will not play the game. The firmware itself is also encrypted to discourage unauthorized modifications of the system. These access controls protect not only the integrity of the console's firmware, but also the video games that run on the consoles. These digital locks help to create, again, a secure media platform, granting independent repair shops not authorized by video game console manufacturers the tools and know-how to modify the firmware exposes the console's security features to potential tampering, including disabling or removing the digital locks. We believe that sharing sensitive diagnostic information, tools, and security-related reset codes with unvetted third parties would compromise the security of the entire platform and harm both console makers and game publishers. Once a console is modified to disable its digital locks, any number of illegally copied games could be played on it. Recognizing that digital locks are entirely necessary and directly related to combating piracy, the U.S. Copyright Office, the leading authority in the country on copyright matters, said as recently as October 2018, that there is no evidence to support the conclusion of consoles under a general right to repair rule. It is also important to note that in this context, the DMCA makes it illegal to traffic in tools that can pick the digital locks. So any state effort to somehow make unlocking tools available to independent repair shops in order to fix consoles would be at odds with federal law. In closing, the viability and success of the video game console business is dependent upon a trustworthy and secure platform. If that platform is compromised, which we think it might be if right to repair is enacted, thus forcing console makers to open up their firmware, it could hurt game publishers and console makers. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.